everybody, this is Ben back again, and welcome back to another video in which, for today's video, sorry, I had a piece of hair on my screen, so, anyways, for today's video, in the morning, Friday morning it is, and so, yeah, for this Friday morning, I'm back in the basement because I want to, as I had thought about this actually earlier in the week, and so, this idea of earlier in the week, and so for today's video I'm gonna now show you guys my CDs, my CDs with songs and music from like movies or singers or other things like that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this. Of course, I do have well, one CD, which is the top one I brought from my room, but then the rest of them are downstairs, which the rest of the ones in the cases are in there, and then I also have some ones without the cases. And these don't count like any blank CDs and stuff, since I already, I made a video about that, which was my last video, and because those are blank CDs, how they're, they're random compilations of like different stuff, I'm not going to show those. I'm only going to show like legit CDs by like, the real companies and singers that produce them. So anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this. First, we're going to start with the one I brought up in my room. It's Titanic, which is the original soundtrack from the film. It contains all the songs on here, some of the score, but also contains My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, and yeah, the rest of these are the score. I think there was an unreleased score that contains more songs on here that were not in this. And so here is the disc right here, and so that's a look at Titanic. So yeah, that's that, and then now we're gonna go into the ones that I have here in the basement, which I've kept in here for a long time. So like this one here is VeggieTales, a Queen, a King, and a Very Blueberry, which contains songs from VeggieTales, of course. There's the tracks in here. I do have the disc for this, but I think it's in that pile with the other DVDs, which I did check and I don't see it in there, so I might have to probably try a little harder, I guess. But this is the inside with the credits and where the disc is supposed to be, so that's pretty kind of cool, I guess. And next up here is a 57 Kids Spooky Sounds, which contains sound effects of, like scary, like Halloween related tracks. And so, which I remember playing the VeggieTales one, and a lot of these other ones I think we had played on the radio back then. So yeah, and of course Halloween is coming up too, so like next month or so, it makes a lot of sense. So like if you have any kids or something, if they want, or just even if you don't have kids or something, you can just play around with this and you can mimic your own Halloween thing if you like. But anyways, now we're going to go on to I'm going to do the ones that I do not have cases for them anymore, and this is The Chronicles of Narnia and the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is the original soundtrack for the film. It contains songs from the movie. I used to listen to this a lot back in the day as well. And over here is a Shania Twain CD, which is Come On Over, and it contains a bunch of songs on here, like Come On Over, and then of course the other songs on there, which I'm not going to read, but so anyways, that's to look at over there. Now we're going to this bin, which I have the rest of them in cases for, and I searched through these just to, I guess for easier, to go through just to see if there were any more in here, and sure enough there are. Like this one here is 20 family Christmas favorites, and so I actually didn't show you the disc to that 57 Kids Spooky CD, so I can show you it. Oh, this one does not have a disc in here. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you the disc for this, just for interest. It's a little hard to open. we go. So that's the look at that one. Now back into here. So that's the 20 Family Christmas Favorites. Here is the original soundtrack to Shrek, which we've had since back in the day as well. This contains songs from the movie. It's not the score, but it's the songs that were performed by singers like I'm a Believer and All Star and both of which by Smash Mouth, and then also several others as well. So yep, pretty cool that we've had this for the longest time. I know the front of it's cracked, but it doesn't really matter. All right, and then over here we have okay, this one is Garth Brooks, No Fences. Contains these songs on here. I never listened to Garth Brooks, but we've had this for the longest time. Then over here is Are We Done Yet? Bonus Music CD Sampler, which this is the... I don't have the movie Are We Done Yet with Ice Cube. I used to have that, but I sold it, so I don't have it anymore. This contains, well, these are not tracks from the movie. These are just, like, a random mix of, like, different songs. Most of them are, like, R&B and I think some rap ones as well, like it contains Let's Groove by Earth, Wind & Fire, which that song is not from the movie, as well as Peter Piper by Run DMC and It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. That's the one that, I think that's the one that goes, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, accompanied with the lyrics. It also contains Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car by Billy Ocean. It also contains Summertime by Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff, which they credit Will Smith as the Fresh Prince, of course. And then Freeway of Love, Aretha Franklin. So yeah, it's just a random mix of different songs that are not even in the movie. So that's kind of interesting how they decided to do that. But all right, I guess let's go through and see if we have any more. I don't know if... Oh, here's another one over here. This one is Alabama, #1 hits, which contains a lot of songs performed by them, just like that. I didn't show you the disc for the Are We Done Yet one, but I can show that one in a second. But that's that. And then this over here is that as well. And then of course the track listing there. And then, well, there's some more CDs over here, more Christmas stuff, contemporary holiday classics. This was made by Speedway gas stations. Then here is Christmas Country, Gather Gospel. So, yep, that's a look at this one here. I think this is maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe some Christian CD. I'm not too sure. And then let's go through if there's any more here. All this rest is just like toys and some other DVDs. So in the back there, nothing. And then over there, nothing. Nothing down there. I think I showed that one already. Hold on. Oh, this one. No, I don't think I did this. This is our daily bread. Yeah, this is a Christian CD since it says here instrumental music to enhance your quiet moments with God. So you can get this open here. There we go. And the disc is upside down, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, I showed that one already. Alright, I think as far as right now or something, I think that's pretty much it for my CDs, both like as a whole. And so, well, actually, I want to maybe show you another CD that we have down here, which is very badly damaged. It's in the, because I was going through like the stuff that we don't want anymore. or I don't want anymore. And so I put it like in a garbage bag with a bunch of the other stuff. And so I'm gonna cut it here, and I can see if I can show it to you really quick, because it is in there, and I remember putting it in there. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I found exactly what I was looking for, but I want to show you a couple of CDs that I found that were in this bag. Like, just to show you really quick, it's like a bunch of papers and a bunch of covers, discarded stuff that I don't want anymore. So like, that's why I wanted to try to put these separate and hopefully get rid of these. But anyways, what I found down here was, I found a couple more stuff. Like, this is, like, this over here is a Kids Bop CD, which came in a McDonald's Happy Meal a long time ago, and yep, so look at that one. Then we have The Best of the Muppets Wizard of Oz, which contains songs from the Muppets Wizard of Oz, which I used to listen to these tracks and watch the film back then, but because I did have the movie, but I don't remember what happened to it. So anyways, that's that. And finally, last but not least, this is the one I was talking about, like the broken one, and this is The Lion King, which is the original soundtrack for the film, which, as you can see, this CD is cracked right there. It's there. Yeah, this is definitely not playable, obviously. And see, let's take a look at the back. Yep, this is going in the garbage big time, since obviously we can't play a CD that is like this, so, or a DVD even. So but yeah, I mean, it is pretty old, obviously, but yeah, it's gonna have to go in the garbage sometime. But anyways, and also one more thing too is that it also well, I mean, it doesn't really feel that sharp, but like well, you probably get the idea. But anyways, that is it for this CD collection video for today, and I will see you again sometime. Let's see, today's Friday, so probably sometime next week, and so I will see you again sometime then.